Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Ant, one half of Delinquent Duo here, coming at you with a couple Drytron replays. Me and my boy Carlos were testing this deck out yesterday, and I figured I'd show you guys some replays just so you guys understand how the deck works for you and for myself, because I'm still learning it as well. So we're going to be going over a little bit of the sequencing of plays that I do, and kind of explaining maybe some choke points that the deck has, the best hand traps against it, etc., etc. Just a general get to know the deck so that way we understand how it works a little bit deeper, and we can hopefully improve it even more. So, before we get into that, I want to thank you guys for clicking on the video today, and if you guys do like the content, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to the channel. Really helps us out. We are trying to hit 300 subs by the end of the year, so thank you to everybody who already subbed to us. It's been really great for us. This year we've seen a lot of growth, and I just want to thank everybody for sticking around and checking out our channel. Without further ado, let us get into a few replays. So, in this first replay, I think this is one where we have a disconnect, but anyways, I still go full combo first turn. My friend Carlos is playing striker. You can see he opens up double mine, and yeah, he opens up pretty nutty. So I am going to go ahead and get Nova, and Nova is going to get my Alpha. So basically, Alpha and Ben 10 are a full combo. So I'm going to link that away for Link Karibo, so that way I can special summon my Alpha from the grave by attributing my Ben 10. And then Alpha is going to add my Full, and then Ben 10 adds Ben 10. Now you could add Herald of Perfection right here as well, and then try to get Full later. It depends on what is in your hand. So right now I have no other way to get another ritual monster from my deck to my hand besides Alpha, so I need to search Full in order to go the full combo that I'm trying to do. And if you guys want to know what that end board is and how to do that combo specifically, I have a video that I just put up as well. It'll be a card and probably link in the description for that, so you guys can understand how you do that full combo, and as well as the deck profile of this deck that I'm using right here. So anyways, the Alpha is getting the Full, and then Ben 10 is going to go ahead and grab another Ben 10. Right here I have a Foolish Burial, so instead of doing the Union Carrier play for Dawn Knight to dump the Gamma, I'm going to just straight up Foolish Burial Gamma right now. I already have the Medionis Drytron Ritual spell in my hand, so I don't need to get anything else for that. Usually I would also search something like, you could either have dumped the Zeta, I believe, the one that searches the ritual, or you can search for the Maju off of Ben 10 in order to get the ritual spell. But we already have the ritual spell in hand, so don't need to do any of that. We're just going ahead and dump Gamma right away, and then we're going to link 2 into Cross Sheep right here. Then we're going to use the effect of Gamma, attributing the Ben 10 to grab another Ben 10 off of Ben 10, revive that, and then that is going to be our Union Carrier. So Union Carrier is going to head and to target self to attach the Dawn Knight, and then I use Medionis to special summon, ritual summon the Full from the hand, and then Dawn Knight and Fall are going to activate. Dawn Knight is going to send my third Drytron, which is going to be the Zeta. Now I could have either sent the Eva, or I could have sent, it's pretty much it, yeah. Just dumping any light monster right here is good. Getting Zeta for later on is going to be good for me as well, so I just pretty much said, alright, well, I'm just going to build resources at this point, and just dump my Zeta for later on. And that is also another name to special summon, because I still need to add another Medionis Drytron from my grave, so having this extra Drytron name on board so I could target it to add it back is going to be good later on as well. And then also Cross Sheep is going to go off as well. So yeah, Ben 10 adds, Cross Sheep draws, I'm going to discard my Ben 10 and then my purple. I wasn't really sure what to discard right here. Cross Sheep is kind of weird because in this deck, if you do Ritual Summon, half the time you're drawing into like more fairies, which you don't want to discard, but also you can draw into like a lot of dead spells or even more Drytron monsters, which are okay to have in the grave. So it's kind of awkward to use Cross Sheep in here, and I don't really know how I feel about it yet, but we're going to see how it goes in the future. The Zeta is going to go ahead and get Ben 10. So it's going to add the Drytron, and then Ben 10 is going to add my other fairy, which is Eva. So basically adding Eva off of Ben 10 is really good when you set up the ultimateness, because ultimateness turns Eva into like 2 more negates if you have 2 different names in your deck. Right now, because I drew the purple and I already have Cyber Petite Angel in my hand, I only have the orange light left as targets for Eva, so it's kind of worse, but still some more negates. And then Medionis is going to revive back my Ben 10, and that is going to get my Oath. And then Ophel is going to be, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Ben 10. Ben 10 is going to add another orange, and then the Ophel is going to add the Megalith Aeratron, and then I could use Megalith effect, tributing the 8 and the 4 to make the 12 for the ultimateness. So now I have Cross Sheep, which is going to let me draw 2 more and discard 2 more, and then I have the Fall, which is going to let me go into Bethor, and then Herald of Ultimateness with 1, 2, 3, pretty much 4 negates. So my opponent is going to go ahead and draw for his turn. He's going to go ahead and activate the Mine. I immediately negate that with Eva, and then activate Eva's effect, getting rid of the purple to add another orange. He's going to go ahead and try to afterburners that. I'll go ahead and have to negate that, and then negate the other Mine. So he gets Mine off board. Then he uses the Hornet drones to get a token. I say that's fine. And then when he goes ahead and link summons into Kagari, I just negate that again with the Cyber Pet. He's going to normal summon his Rose, and then I use Full, getting rid of those 2 for Bethor, and then Bethor has a pop for, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could pop 5 potentially, but I only need to pop 1. So he's going to pop the Rose right there, so he can't go into another Link monster, and then that pretty much ends his turn right there. I grab a Cyber Emergency off the top from the Cross Sheep, so Cyber Emergency and Prep just to draw 2, thinking my deck a little bit more, and then finally he goes to Shark Cannon just to get the Herald of Ultimateness off, so that way I can't special summon it back from my Medionis. Rip another emergency off of the draw, and then that's going to be pretty much game from there, because that's going to let me add Thune. And then I could special summon Thune and Gamma, so I special summon Gamma, getting rid of Bethor, and then Gamma is going to let me special summon the Zeta, whatever Drytron monster, doesn't really matter at this point too much. And then I add Medionis by targeting my Gamma, and then I special summon back Full, and then I get Cross Sheep again, and I can just get rid of the Thune and my Cyber Emergency since I used that already as well. And then Fanfare is going to be good, because then he can't negate anything. Not that he can anyways, but Fanfare is just going to put the nail in the coffin for sure, because he can't negate my ritual spells. And then I go ahead and go off, and I'm just trying to get a bunch of advantage right here. My Thune adds Natasha, and then Ben 10 adds the Manju. And right now I'm noticing that I'm like really going through my deck like really a lot, and I don't really have that many targets left for either of my Drytron plays or my or any fairy targets left. But I have game pretty much secured as well. I just noticed that I am running out of resources, so if I was playing a more grindy match, instead of just negating everything that the striker had, I would be in a decently bad spot. But anyways, I just get Unicorn, and then Maju. I don't really have any targets for that anyways, but I'm just able to go in for game right there. And that's going to clean it up. I want to go into the next replay right here. Alright, for this next replay, I'm going to go first again. I'm pretty sure we DC'd the last game, so there's really nothing to see there. The Thunebane is going to come out again, and that's going to get rid of my Natasha. And then it's going to add me Ben 10, and I already have Gamma in hand, so that's really good. I already have Gamma and Full, so that's all my targets that I already have needed to add off of the Thunebane and the Ben 10. So that's pretty good. The only thing I need is a Drytron Ritual spell. So I'm going to go ahead and Gamma for Ben 10, and then Ben 10 is going to add my Maju. Maju is really good here because, yeah, it's going to let me add that Ritual spell that I need. So if he Ashed right here, that would be pretty big because I wouldn't be able to... Well, it would be really hard because then I would need to use Full to go ahead and Ritual Summon all my dudes, which would be more annoying, but yeah. So Maju's going to go ahead and use those 2 lights for Union Carrier, and then Union Carrier is going to attach my Dawn, and then that is going to be Ritual Summoned, Tributed for the Ritual Summon of Full, and then Dawn Knight and Full are going to go off. I'm going to send Eva right here. I'm not sure if Eva was the right play to send right here. I probably could have sent another Drytron monster like the Zeta. That might be pretty good for later on, even follow up on next turn. Because Eva right now is only going to be able to, well, I could banish these 2 so to add 2 more, but usually you like to just add Eva off of Ben 10 anyways, so that way you can make 3 negates from the Herald of Ultimateness. But right now, just going ahead, getting the purple and orange to my hand for those early negates, and then going ahead and add Medionis again. Going to Full, and then right here is a pretty good choke point for him to have done that on, because then it's going to shut off my Megalith plays, so I won't be able to go into the Ultimateness as easily. But I already have the Medionis in my hand anyways, so it's going to let me special summon as well. So Ultimateness is going to get to my hand from Ben 10, and then I need at least 2,000 machines, 2,000 attack of machines on board, so I go ahead and go in a barricade board blocker right here. So I got 1,000 and 2,000, and then use the Medionis Tributing 2 to get the 2,000 Ultimateness with 2 negates on board. So not the best end board right here. I did get Ashed on a pretty awkward spot, so it left me without an interruption on the Megalith stuff, so that's just something to watch out for. Like I said, I probably could have added Eva off of something else to make 3 negates, but we gonna see. He's gonna head and go ahead, Pot of Desires. I'm gonna let that go through since I have a limited amount of negates. That's gonna get him a Cosmic in Area 0. Area 0 is gonna go ahead and go off. That's fine by me. It's gonna add him whatever he wants. Afterburners. And yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and try to break my board. He's gonna Afterburner. He's gonna negate. He's gonna negate again. He's gonna hit me with the Chalice as well. So there goes that. But I still have a lot of follow up next turn. He's going to do his general striker stuff, going in, getting that nice 3k, and then getting all of his striker stuff as well. Kagari, and then he's going to end on Widow in hand, and then Mystic Mine. Widow on field, Mystic Mine, and Kagari. And this right here is where you could really see how Drytron shines, because it's a really good grind deck, and it can, especially against a deck like Sky Striker, which is known for the grind game, it can play around a lot of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Gamma because I have no monsters. I could activate that, of course. That's going to give me the Thune, and then I'm going to use Medionis to add that back to my hand. And I'm kind of thinking on what I need to do right here. I just want to keep 1 monster on board, so going ahead and overlaying into the Nightingale so that way I can attack. He kind of didn't know that I was going to go into the double Azus. I don't think he knew that I played that, so he's not really thinking about anything that's too big of a threat. He's just thinking I'm going to get in for 800 right here. So he lets that all go through, and then I go ahead and double Azus him. The Mind goes off because that was the end phase. We both had 1 monster. He's going to kind of that, which is going to bite him a little bit, as you'll see, because then this can't attack anymore. And then I'm just waiting for him to go ahead and activate something. He's going to add the Afterburners. I might have shotgunned, I could have shotgunned that, but I was afraid of the Ray getting on field, which would just give him more advantage. So I just wait for him to respond, and then he's just going to Afterburners, Widow Anchor to take, which is fine by me because it's Kynet anyways. So he's going to try to attack for 3k, but that can't attack as far as I know. So he's just going to get in for the 23. That was Kagari. Then link those two off for Zek to get that off a board on my end, and then end phase Shiz. So now he's ending on the Ash and a Shiz, and Shiz is going to get him the Shark. And then right there is when, pretty sure we DC right there, but I had a lot of advantage. Anyways, as you see, there's a lot of Megalith stuff. I mean, there's a lot of the Drytron stuff in the grave, and they have Megalith Ophil, all that good stuff. So I had a lot of good follow-up. I wish I could have shown that off a little bit more. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into another replay. So right here, we're going to go ahead, and this is a game 2 from the last game from when we DC'd. So so right here, this is just a random game 2 that we had. So this was one where Striker is going to go first, and he sides in all the traps and floodgates. So trying to see how that deals with Drytron. He's going to end on the Shiz, and there can only be one, and a Solemn. Of course, I got the Twin Twister as well in my hand, so that's going to immediately force out at least one of these right here. So he's going to have to Solemn that in order to keep his Tikaboo alive. And then I'm going to go ahead and prep. He's going to Ash that, which is fine by me. That's just good Ash bait. I don't need that. I already have Ben 10. I just wanted to get my Nova or my Foolish off, so that way I can get access to Alpha. And then Alpha Ben 10, of course, you already know it's full combo. He's going to Tikaboo right here, which doesn't hurt me too much, actually, because I'm able to go into a lot of different types of monsters. So I got the Cyberse, I got the Alpha, I got the Fairies. You already know. I'm going to go ahead and get Full, which is a rock, and then Ben 10, which is another fairy. So I'm doing pretty good against There Can Only Be One. As long as I set up a bunch of monsters on board, I'm able to get into the just able to get into Phoenix to clear that Tikaboo, which is what I'm going to do right here. I got the rock. I'm going to go ahead and add Ben 10, and then use those two to go into the Phoenix. Then Phoenix is going to get my Tikaboo off, and then Gamma is going to go. And this right here is going to be a full combo with just access code to pop, and then he already knows it's game from there. So yeah. This is the final replay that I want to show you guys. We are going against Striker. He's going to try to go first, but he opens up a bunch of hand traps, which is really awkward for us to play through. And then he just has a Shark Cannon as well. So we open up a pretty decent hand. We don't have access to any Drytron monsters, though, which is really, really sad. So he's going to Lancey us on standby. That doesn't really do anything to us. He's just going to Ash that prep. And then we're going to end turn right there because I just bricked pretty much, which is okay. I'm going to go ahead and just pass my turn because I know he has nothing too threatening on board right now. He can't really OTK. I'm going to go ahead and try to Fanfare, and then that's going to get the Ash. Then I'm going to actually just orange like that because I really need that to go off in order to get a Drytron monster. So I got to do that. I could have... I was debating on whether to send Ben 10 or Ultimateness, and I ended up going with the Ultimateness. He's going to be able to Shark Cannon that in the future, but I need Ben 10 in my hand in order to get all my good plays going. The Skullmeister is just a legal activation right there because Herald activated in hand, so try to chain that to the Herald of Orange, but it doesn't work like that. I'm going to go ahead and get Nova, and then get my Thune out. The Medionis Drytron, I'm just going to straight up banish the Thune, and then he's going to Widow because I'm going to try to Ritual Summon the Ultimateness right here, and he definitely doesn't want that to happen, so he's going to just get that out of my grave, which is fine by me. I'm just going to go ahead and go into Bethor, and then use my alpha later on. I just go ahead and attack for 15 just to get the poke in. And then I know he has the Skullmeister in hand, so I was afraid to, you know, get the alpha. But I still get Ben 10 effect, which is fine. And that's going to add Maju for follow-up for next turn. He's got a Solemn right there to set. And then Maju is going to get negated from the Chalice, which is fine. Then I'm going to special Alpha again by getting rid of Bethor. That's going to get the Solemn. And then I'm just going to poke again for 18. And then that is pretty much the game, because yeah, he just has multi-rolls, so there's really no follow-up from him next turn, and I am getting closer and closer to my engine right here. So yeah, just to show you guys those games a little bit, kind of a little bit interactive between me and the striker, just to show you guys my thought process behind some of my plays. Hope you guys enjoyed that a little bit. And if you guys are learning this deck, let me know what your deck lists are. It still isn't solved yet, so that's the thing that is most exciting about this deck, is that there's so many different ways to play it, and trying to find the best one is going to be quite the challenge for the Yu-Gi-Oh community. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this content. Again, hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys do like it, like and sub. We got some more Drytron content coming for you all later. So thanks, peace.